Good morning dear friends, you are welcome on my YouTube channel Biology by Dr. Zakir sir. Today we will discuss about the plastid. The plastid name was given by Haeckel. Plastid, at first plastid name was given by Haeckel scientist. There is another scientist, simple scientist, who classified the plastid in three parts on the basis of their color. Another scientist is Simper, who classified plastid in three parts on the basis of their color. So these are the three types of plastid which are classified by Simper scientist on the basis of their color. So on the basis of color, the plastid is classified in three parts. First is leucoplast. Color of leucoplast is, it is the colorless plastid. Okay. Simper classified the plastid on the basis of their color. First is leucoplast, which have no color, means colorless plastid. Another is chromoplast. Chromo means color. This plastid have color, all color except green color. So we can write that except green color chromoplast have all color except green color, means chromoplast do not have green color. Except green color, chromoplast have all colors, means red, yellow, like that. Okay. And last one is the chloroplast. The color of chloroplast is green. So this plastid have green in color. So Simper classified plastid in three parts on the basis of their color. Leucoplast, the plastid which have no color, means colorless plastid, and chromo means color, the plastid which have all color except green color, and chloroplast, the plastid which have only and only the green color. Okay, this is about the color. Now we will discuss functions of these plastid. What is the functions of these plastid? The main function of leucoplast is storage, and main function of chromoplast is to provide different color to petal of flower and wall of fruit. The main functions of the chromoplast is provide different color to petal of flower and wall of fruit. Provides different colors to petal of flower and the wall of fruits. This is the main function of chromoplast. What is the functions of chloroplast? The main function of chloroplast is photosynthesis, which is mainly present in leaves, and main function of chloroplast is photosynthesis. And chloroplast is mainly present in leaves of plant mainly present on leaves of plant, mainly present leaves of plant. So main function of chloroplast is photosynthesis, which is present in mainly in leaves of plant, and leucoplast is chromoplast is present on the petal of flower and the wall of fruit, and the leucoplast mainly present on the underground part of plant. Okay, so we can say that this plastid is present on underground part of plant, for example root. These are the difference in three plastid. First is leucoplast, which have no color. Second is the chromoplast, which have all color except green colors, and chloroplast, which have only and only green color. Functions: leucoplast is main function is storage of food, and chromoplast which provide different colors to the petal of flower and the wall of fruit, and chloroplast main function is photosynthesis. Leucoplast mainly present on underground part of plants. ठीक means underground part means part for example root, and chromoplast which is present in petal of flower and the wall of fruit. Okay, and chloroplast which is mainly present leaves of plants. Now we will discuss about leucoplast. Leucoplast is again classified in three parts on the basis of their storage material. So now we will discuss about leucoplast. Leucoplast again divided on the basis of storage material. It is classified in three parts. First part is amyloplast. Second one is elioplast, and third one is proteinoplast, or you can say aleuroplast. Leucoplast is again classified on the basis of storage material. First is amyloplast. In amyloplast, storage material is mainly carbohydrate. So we can say storage material. What is the storage material in amyloplast? That is carbohydrate. Best example of amyloplast is tuber of potato. The tuber of potato mainly composed by starch. Starch is a carbohydrate. So we can say amyloplast, the storage material in the amyloplast is mainly carbohydrate. In elioplast, storage material is fat and oil. Main storage material is fat, means lipid or oil part. Example is all oily seeds. All oily seeds are example of elioplast, means all oily seeds. For example, mustard seed, ground nut seed, castor seed. These are the example of elaioplast because in their plastid main storage material is oil and fat. Proteinoplast means the plastid which have main storage material is protein. So in this plastid main storage material is protein, so it is known as proteinoplast. Example, all pulses. Example is all pulses is the example of this proteinoplast. So this is the classification of leucoplast on the basis of their storage material. Now we should remember that all plastid means which are all plastid? Leucoplast, chromoplast and chloroplast. All plastid are changed to each other. For example, I will take one example. Example is tomato. The color of raw tomato is colorless, then it will take green color, finally it will take red color. So we can say that all plastid, all three type of plastid can change to each other. For example, in tomato, the plastid in starting of tomato, in raw tomato, that is leucoplast. In raw tomato, the plastid is leucoplast because in tomato there is no color. After some ripening, this plastid take this fruit, this tomato take some color like green, so leucoplast will be convert in chloroplast. And after the final ripening, the color of tomato is red, means that will be chloroplast will be convert in chromoplast. So we can say that these three plastid can interchange to each other. For example, tomato, in starting color of tomato is colorless and the plastid was leucoplast. After some ripening, it will take green color, means leucoplast will be convert in chloroplast. And after the final ripening, the tomato will take the color red color, means chloroplast will be convert in chromoplast. So we can say that these plastid are converted to each other. Okay, I think you got it. Now we will study. This is about the plastid, about the classification of plastid. Now we will discuss about the size of plastid. The size of plastid is 4 micron to 8 micrometer. 4 micrometer to 8 micrometer. 4 micrometer to 8 micrometer means you can say this is the largest cell organelles in cell. This plastid or chloroplast is the largest cell organelles in the cell. So we can write that largest cell organelles in cell. If we discuss about the shape, in a higher plant, the shape of plastid is ovoid shaped, spherical in shape or length shaped. In a higher plant, the shape of plastid is lens shaped, may be ovoid shaped or may be spherical in shape. Spherical in shape. So the shape of plastid in higher plant is lens shaped, ovoid shaped, and may be in spherical shaped. One question arises that in which plant the maximum variation is present which related to the shape of chloroplast. That plant is algae. Okay, now we can say that maximum of variation in shape of plastid or chloroplast, shape of chloroplast take place in algae plant. In algae, different algae have different size of different shape of chloroplast. Okay, now we will discuss different shape of chloroplast. Which are the shape we will discuss now. First is cup shaped chloroplast is present in Chlamydomonas. Griddle shaped chloroplast is present in Ulothrix. Okay, another is disc shaped plastid is present in Vaucheria, and disc present in Vaucheria, and spiral shaped, I will write here, spiral shaped in Spirogyra. Okay, spiral shape present in Spirogyra. A reticulate present in Udogonium. So these are the different shape of chloroplast which are present in cells which have different shape. Okay, again I will explain that the size of plast is 4 micrometer to 8 micrometer, means largest cell organelles in the cell. In higher plants the shape of plastid is lens shaped, ovoid shaped, and spherical in shape. Maximum variation in the shape present in algae. For example, cup shaped chloroplast will be present in Chlamydomonas. Girdle shaped chloroplast is present in Ulothrix. Disc shaped present in Vaucheria. Spiral shaped present in Spirogyra. A reticulate type of chloroplast present in Udogonium, and one is star shaped chloroplast is present in Zygnema. So these are the different type of different shape of chloroplast: cup shaped, griddle shaped, disc shaped, spiral shaped, reticulate shaped, star shaped. These are the present in algae. So algae have maximum variation in the shape of chloroplast. So this is about the shape of plastid which is present in different shape in algae. But in higher plant the shape is fixed, lens shaped, spherical shaped, and ovoid in shape. Now we will discuss the number of chloroplast in cell. So in higher plant number of higher plant higher plant, number of chloroplast is 20 to 40 per cell. This is the number of chloroplast in higher plant, 20 to 40 per cell. In some algae, for example, Chlamydomonas, number of chloroplast is 1 in 1 cell. Then in Zygnema, the number of chloroplast is 2 in 1 cell. And in Spirogyra, number of chloroplast 2 to 14 per cells. So we can say that in number also a large of variation present in algae, and in higher plant number of chloroplast is 20 to 40. In Chlamydomonas 1 chloroplast present in 1 cell, Zygnema 2 per cells, and Spirogyra 2 to 14 per cells. Now we will discuss about the structure of chloroplast. Structure of chloroplast. You can say that this is the structure of chloroplast. It is double membrane structure, and this structure is known as grana. This is another grana, and these are the stroma lamella which connect to grana 2, and this part is stroma. This one is grana, and one part is thylakoid. Okay, this is 70S ribosome, and this is the circular DNA. This is outer membrane. This one is inner membrane, and the space between outer and inner membrane is known periplastidial space. This is the structure of chloroplast. Okay, so we can say that chloroplast is double membrane cell organelles. This is the double membrane cell organelles. One is outer membrane and another is inner membranes. Means that membranes which are the present outer side of plastid, outer side of chloroplast is not known as outer membrane, and the membrane which is present inner side of chloroplast known as inner membranes. What is the periplastidial space? Periplastidial space means the space which is present between outer membrane and inner membranes. So the space which is present between outer membrane and inner membrane known as periplastidial space. Okay, in inner side there are two big systems. One is grana and another is this is the stroma. So in the structure of chloroplast there is two big systems, which are the system, one is Grena system, one is Grena and another is stroma. During the photosynthesis, light reaction takes place in Grena part and dark reaction takes place in stroma part. So in this Grena part, light reaction of photosynthesis take place. But in stroma part, dark reaction of photosynthesis, direct reaction of photosynthesis take place in stroma part. The whole chloroplast is divided into two systems. One is Grena and another is stroma. Grena is the part where the light reaction of photosynthesis take place, and stroma is the part where the dark reaction of photosynthesis is take place. Now we will study about the Grena. Now we will discuss about Grena part. Now we will discuss in Grena part. So in one chloroplast 40 to 60 Grena are present in one chloroplast. In one chloroplast, the number of Grena is 40 to 60. Okay, this is the one Grena. This is the one Grena. This is the another Grena, and 40 to 60 Grena are present in one chloroplast. Okay, I think you got it. In Grena, a membranous structure is present. This is the membranous structure is present, that is known as thylakoids. The number of thylakoids in one Grena is 10 to 100. Okay, so we can write that in Grena a membranous structure is present known as thylakoids. Okay, in Grena a membranous structure is present known as thylakoids. In one Grena, in one Grena 10 to 100 thylakoids are present. This is the important, are present. Grena in chloroplast 40 to 60 Grena is present, and every Grena have membranous structures known as thylakoids. In one Grena 10 to 100 thylakoids is present. See here, one Grena connect to another Grena by a structure that is known as stroma lamellae. Stroma lamellae या freight channel. So we can write that one Grena binds with another Grena by stroma lamellae or freight channel or freight channel. Okay, means one grana binds to another grana by a structure that is known as stroma lamellae or freight channel. This is the stroma lamellae and freight channel. Okay, in thylakoids there are some particles are present known as quantasome. On thylakoids there are some small particles are present that is known as quantasome. On the thylakoids some small particles on the thylakoids some small particles are present known as quantasome. So we can say that the structural and functional unit of chloroplast is quantasome. What is the quantasome? Quantasome is it is a structural and functional unit of chloroplast. So this is very important point, that structural and functional unit of quantasome is known as so the structural and functional unit of chloroplast is quantasome. In one quantasome there are 230 to 250 chlorophyll molecule. Chlorophyll, not chloroplast, chlorophyll molecules present. So in one quantasome 230 to 250 chlorophyll molecules present. This is about the quantasome. Now we will discuss another system, that is stroma. This is about the grana. I will repeat that grana is the chloroplast is divided in two systems. One is grana, another is stroma. Grana is present 40 to 60 number in one chloroplast, and every grana is made up by 10 to 100 membranous structure that is known as thylakoids. Okay, one grana is binds to another grana by the stroma lamellae or freight channel, and on the one thylakoids some small particles are present known as quantasome. Quantasome is the structural and functional unit of chloroplast. Now we will discuss about the stroma. In stroma, one is the 70S ribosome present. First is 70S ribosome present. Means due to presence of ribosomes, means here protein synthesis is take place. Protein synthesis take place due to presence of 70S ribosome. And another is circular DNA. Another thing is circular DNA, and this DNA have the nature of and the capacity of replication. So we can say replication take place in chloroplast. Due to presence of this DNA, we can say that one new chloroplast is originated and produced by prior or the old chloroplast, parental chloroplast. So we can say that new chloroplast new chloroplast produced by parental chloroplast, new chloroplast produced by parental chloroplast, because chloroplast have DNA and DNA have the capacity of replication, so one chloroplast formed two new chloroplast by division. Okay. Due to presence of 70S ribosome and DNA, we can say that the chloroplast is a prokaryotic cell which is present in eukaryotic cells, because the nature of ribosome of chloroplast like the prokaryotic cells and nature of DNA is also like to prokaryotic cell. So we can say that chloroplast is a prokaryotic like cell which is present in eukaryotic cell. So we can say that chloroplast is a prokaryotic like cell which is present in eukaryotic cell due to presence of 70S ribosome and circular DNA. Both have their nature like prokaryotic cells. Due to presence of these two things, we can say that chloroplast is a semi-autonomous cell organelles. Mitochondria was also a semi-autonomous cell organelles. Semi-autonomous cell organelles means these organelles present in cells, but their for their protein synthesis and to increasing their number, they are not depend on the cells but are living in cells. So these are the semi-autonomous cell organelles, mitochondria and chloroplast. Now we will discuss about the type of chlorophylls. Now we will discuss about the type of chlorophyll. Type of chlorophyll. There are 8 types of chlorophylls, which are chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, chlorophyll C, chlorophyll D, chlorophyll E, bacteriochlorophyll A, bacteriochlorophyll A, bacteriochlorophyll B, and last one is bacterioviridin. Okay, these are the 8 types: first, second, third, fourth, 5, 6, 7 or 8. Chlorophyll A is universal. Universal means it is present in all plants. But chlorophyll B is also universal but not present in blue-green algae, brown algae and red algae. So this chlorophyll is present in all plants except blue-green algae, brown algae and red algae. Okay, this is absent in these algae: blue-green algae, brown algae and red algae. And chlorophyll C is present in brown algae. Chlorophyll D is present in red algae, and chlorophyll E is present a group of algae that is Xanthophyceae. Xanthophyceae. It is present in Xanthophyceae group of algae. Bacteriochlorophyll A and B both are present in purple sulfur bacteria. Both are present in purple sulfur bacteria. Purple sulfur bacteria. Bacteriochlorophyll A and bacteriochlorophyll is present in purple sulfur bacteria. Bacterioviridin is present in green bacteria. Present in green bacteria. So this is the example of chlorophylls: chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, chlorophyll C, chlorophyll D, E, bacteriochlorophyll A, bacteriochlorophyll B, and bacterioviridin. One question arises that in the chlorophyll A is free functional group is methyl and chlorophyll B is free functional group is aldehyde is present. So now we will stop here. I think you got it. Thanks.